Fellas, what's good with y'all, man? So guys, listen, beta texting habits that you need to stop like right now, ASAP. Guys, ASAP. You cannot do these things. If you find yourself doing these things, stop now, mitigate them until you can stop at the very least. All right, so let's jump into this, guys. First and foremost, the biggest red flag, the biggest stop sign that you need to stop doing, and you can do it right now, is stop double texting. Guys, never double text. I don't care what the situation is, right? Do not double text. Do not double text. The reason why I say this now, guys, typically, if you are A+ on your stuff, the girl knows who you are. She know you ain't no beta simp cuck, right? No guy that's out here just, constantly trying to, would hit her up 10 times for 10 missed calls and she ain't picking up in the middle of the night because she either getting ran through by somebody else or she's sleeping. If you're this kind of guy with this kind of mindset, with those insecurities, she's gonna assume what every woman assumes of a double texter. They're thirsty, they're insecure, right? They want you so bad. That takes it all the way to ego boost. All right, this is why you don't want to do it, because if you are that dude, she knows you that dude, you might be able to get away with it, but I'm just gonna tell you clear cut right now, don't do it. Do not do it, period. I don't care. I don't care. Just stop the double texting. You do not want to take it to her ego and let her ego get inflated more. It's just lowering your value in her eyes. All right, so let's just stop that right now. No double texting. All right, next thing, guys, next thing. What I find out with a lot of guys is you are afraid to stop texting. You're afraid to stop the convo. Guys, sometimes a statement is made, she'll make a statement back, and it's like, bro, there's nothing to be said there. Like there's nothing to, guys, you shouldn't fight so hard to keep the conversation going. You know what I'm saying? Don't fight so hard. Let her be the one to fight hard to keep the conversation going or whatever the case is. She's trying to draw the conversation out. You let her, try to provide different topics or whatever the case is. It's not up to you to do that. And I'm saying this for the beginning. For the beginning, you don't want to do that. After you've clapped the girl, after you smashed, she knows who you are and this and that. She's already kind of gotten that interest to a high. She's really infatuated with you. Hey, it might be cool then, right? It might be cool to do that every now and again, right? But until you do that, you do not want to do this because you don't want to give her the implication that you just her texting buddy. You never just want to be a girl's texting buddy. Some of y'all is like, bro, y'all be so excited to just even conversate with a girl. It's like, bro, you got to understand, they will ramble on about anything just because they like attention, just because they like to jabber and talk. They are social creatures, guys. Okay, so when a conversation has just fallen off or it's been deaded, like there's no extra thing to be said, let it die. A lot of guys have a problem with just letting it go, right? Maybe she sent the last text, bro. When you finally get a chance, an opportunity where you want to see her or something and you want to set something up, then you text her, right, guys? The next thing, the friendly texting, right? This segues to the friendly texting. Stop friendly texting. Stop friendly texting, guys. And this is what I mean. When you let a conversation drop, cool, right? You cool. You're just like, you know what? Hey, if it happens, it happens. If she reaches out again, she might reach out again, bro. Let her reach out again, right? Let the girl reach out again, bro. You never know. Maybe she'll want to start something with you. Maybe she'll want to see you. You don't give her an opportunity, though. If what? If you feel like, hey, I can't just let the conversation go. I can't just drop it off. Bro, drop the conversation off. Maybe she'll get back to you with something when her interest raises up, right? You know what I'm saying? Absence makes the heart grow fonder. You ever heard of that? So give these women space, give them time. Push them away sometimes. You got to push them away sometimes. You don't want them to get comfortable. Keep them on their toes. You don't need to be on your toes thinking like, oh, let me keep her entertained. Now you're a dancing monkey. Forget that, right? This segues into the next thing, guys. Friendly conversation, friendly talk. Here's what I mean by this. I got to really break this down, guys. Friendly talk, friendly conversation. When you're texting a girl, guys, a few things you want to key in on. First off, you're only talking about y'all two. There should not be conversation of another guy, if it's about a girl, let her be questioning whether or not, you was seen out with a girl, or did you meet some hoes when you was out there and I wasn't around? Did another girl suck you off? It should be jealous conversation of her thinking like that about you, right? Or whatever the case is, it should never be anything but y'all two. It should never be anything but y'all two or something that's building you up. Anything that's about her, or she starts talking about her ex-boyfriend or her guy friends or whatever, I don't want to hear nothing about no other dudes. You shouldn't want to hear anything about no other dudes. Guys, you always got to steer the conversation. Gear the conversation towards what you want to do, right? She brings up family and all this stuff. Guys, I don't suggest super serious talk either. I really don't. Because women, they're emotional creatures. You want to keep them focused on, me and her, right? No serious stuff about because you get in a serious conversation, it's hard to jump back to flirtation. It's hard to jump back to, get out here, wear something sexy, and then, I'm gonna clap you in the bathroom, and then blah, 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 blah. You can't finesse, right? You can't do that kind of stuff after talking about a death in the family or something. It's unfortunate, I know, right? And a shoulder to cry on this stuff. She has girlfriends, she has other family members to do that. You gotta stay in your role, stay in your place, right? Unless this is your girlfriend or something that you are, like I said, you've already established it, that's cool. But chances are this is a new girl you've met, new girl you might be interested in. These are habits that you find that a lot of guys, they'll mess up with. And it's like, these are the girls you really want. These girls you really want. The girls that you don't really care about, you don't mess up with this stuff. It'd be the girls you really want. And it's like, bro, relax. Keep the conversation with just y'all two. No serious stuff, no extra friendly conversation, right? Shouldn't be anybody else involved as far as just talking about just random stuff. No, it shouldn't be like that. You shouldn't be asking her how her day was. Oh, what'd you do today? Oh, at a break at lunchtime, I had Panera Bread, and then I went in, who cares? You know what I'm saying? Who cares? You're not her friend, man. You're trying to be the man that smashes her. You're trying to be the man to give her that long hammer Johnson. It's not about that. At first implication, you always have to come off this way if you want things to go the way you want them to, favorable for you. You always have to take it there. Like, guys, some of y'all don't get it. Some guys will be like, MJ, well, I actually really like conversation with girls, so you shouldn't always be talking about, it's like, bro, from the jump, I don't care if you want to wife this girl. I don't care if you want to make her your girlfriend. You're a grown man, you do what you want. But at the end of the day, even if you just want to smash out of this rotation, every single time you lead with attraction, you lead with sexual attraction. You have to every single time, so you can make sure, right, that she's not going to hold this pussy over your head for no reason. You don't want a girl holding this box over your head. This girl will hold the box over your head for no reason. Have the friendly talk, right? Talk about all the guy friends she has. Talk about all this BS throughout the day that she had going on in her life. Go ahead and do that and see where you end up. Oh, let's go out here and here. She gonna go out on a movie date with you, a dinner date with you, and you will be a used dinner date, right? You'll just be sitting there next to her in the movie theaters watching a dumb movie and no escalation at all. That's what you're asking for. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're asking for. Bland conversation, guys. No, it's wasteful conversation. That is wasteful conversation. Do not stick to that kind of stuff. Don't stick to that routine. You always switch it up. You gear the conversation towards where you want it to go. Now, typically, the reason why this is because the only time you need to reach out to this girl is to set something up, to see her. Last thing, guys, and very important still, the texting routine. All right, the texting routine. I know some of y'all is like, damn, well, why so much thought had to be put into this and that? Guys, it's literally broken down to a science, because this kind of stuff is in response to the modern woman's inflated ego, right? You do not want to classify yourself in line with the other little beta male simps out here that you want to distinguish yourself, right? So just peep it. I've noticed, right, that some women will purposely hold off on texting you and then text you at a time because of how you consistently text them. Like, let's say you get off of work and they notice that, but during the day when he's busy and you're able to use that, hey, I'm busy, I can't get back to you. How come you're a bad texter? How come you don't text me back after 4, 3, 4? I be at work. And you go, okay. I notice he's always texting me after work, so let me just save all my messages to bombard him with after work. And then they'll try to hold that over your head. Well, I texted you after work. You shouldn't have been busy. How come you had to wait an hour? See, that's what they're going to do to cope with, hey, wait a couple hours. Now, they shouldn't know your schedule. This is why it's got to be random. It's got to be random stuff, right? Like, if I asked a chick out, like, it'd be a couple girls I send a message to, right? Same thing. And they'd be like, oh, no, I can't do tonight and this and that. Don't respond to them. And I'd be like, 9 p.m. They know I just live a lifestyle where I do what I want. I send something back at like 2 a.m. or something. All right, bet. Well, next time, this and that. And I'll just leave it at that, right? And they'll probably get back to me. They're probably like thinking in their head, well, he sent me a text message back at 2 a.m. Oh, he must have still been out. He must have been out with some other girl. He must have been out with somebody else. You gotta really think, right? Text with conviction, text with implication as to what she would think. Right, so if you got back to it, like if you're hitting her back real quick, right, regardless of whether you at work or not, number one, she don't think you got anything going on besides texting her, right? So she's thinking that's lowering your value, number one. So don't hit her back quick, but also your routine has got to be very fluctuated when you hitting these girls up. That's why you text them at your leisure, guys. Don't be quick to respond, but also don't be, you don't got to hold it off for 6 hours just because you know you faking that you busy. If you busy, don't text her back. But switching at intervals, man. 3 hours during the day. Oh, I got back to her 3 hours later. She gets back to you 6 hours later or the next day. Hey, you take your time, or she taking her time with you. Don't be super excited. Oh, she finally responded. It's the next day. That's disrespect. You wait a day too. You know what I'm saying? Or, and then she hit you back quick right after that. Hey, give her 30 minutes then. All right, I give you benefit of the doubt, baby. I'll hit you 30 minutes later. But never be the guy that's really consistently responding. Like, I see it all the time. Guys will be like, oh no, I'm texting her and this stuff. Like, I don't really give her that much stuff. And it's like, bro, I see text messages after a minute, and it's like, it don't seem like you're doing nothing. You're quick to drop everything to hit her back. So never be like that. If you want to be inconsistent in anything, be inconsistent in the intervals that you text these girls so you keep them on their toes. They're always like, you know what? I don't know when I can get at them. I don't know. They'll respect your time more because they'll know that, hey, this man, he has priorities. I'm not his top priority. Let the other guys put them at the tippity top. You be the guy that differentiates himself from the rest of them, bro. From the rest of them, dog.